Good morning, friends. Uh, to be a good and fair advocacy means that we should enlighten the client that the proposal to draft any deed or other documents, conveyance, etc. We must explain that what are the statutory command over that such proposal or conveyance or deed, particularly in relation with the Indian Stamp Act, which requires certain documents should be valued and stamped on pro rata basis, and other factor was that certain documents are compulsorily registered under Section 17 of the Registration Act. If despite your information warning, the client wants that those documents should be drafted, normally we should hesitate to do that because we are doing a thing which is not legally sustainable. However, but the document writers and the other uh, persons who are running their office only for the purpose of the execution of deeds by with a very phantom size name board in soliciting the public and clients to approach him for emergent registration of documents, marriage, etc., etc. I leave it all this way. I do not want to go to that subject. Here, see what was the result for having a registered lease agreement. And when you know that the Securitization Act is nothing but an extraordinary scope of Section 69 of the Transfer of Property Act relating to mortgaging the properties. And the mortgaged properties may be brought for sale to foreclose the amount due. And because there are a multi number of suit proceedings, other things, the legislature of India brought Securitization Act. Of course, over the influence of Chamber of Commerce and other financial agencies. That facilitate to take immediate action. Approach the CMM to lock and seal the premises after receiving sufficient notice, etc., etc. Here, see what is the result of this poor tenant who admittedly in the premises. This is case of KR 2021 Telangana 114 Division Bench, Rajasekhar Reddy and K. Lakshman Jeju. Numi Muntala Rama Lakshmi versus Canara Bank, formerly Syndicate Bank. They say enforcement of security interest, issuance of notice, petitioner claiming tenancy and possessory right over secured asset under unregistered and insufficiently stamped lease agreement. Unregistered and unstamped agreement neither valid document nor admissible. Original owner not made party to the proceeding. Challenge to notice issued by bank to hand over security as not tenable. This is what had happened. The property was mortgaged with the bank, and the bank had taken action, and subsequently the owner of the property sold the property to other person, and this unfortunate tenant building was sealed under Section 14. Therefore, they approached the bank approached by application OA, original application, and this tenant approached SA. SA means SARFASI application, and obtained stay also. But finally, the Honorable High Court, by discussing the judgment of Supreme Court in Arshad Govardhan Sondegar International Assess case, this is AAR 2016 SC 530. They said, uh, because your documents are not registered as commanded under Section 107 of the Transfer of Property Act, and then Section 35 of the Indian Stamp Act, which prohibits any document to be taken on evidence as admissible if it lacks sufficient stamp duty paid. So this they say. Then the Section 17(1)(d) of the Registration Act, they say the document should be registered within stipulated time. So in the absence of which they have dismissed they have set aside the interim order passed and directed to vacate the proceedings. These things had happened. The tenant being a lady, they have given some time more to evict the premises. So why? Who is responsible for all those things? Because I understand that when our new field comes to a young lawyers, sometimes it happens they do not know what to do, what not to do. For this high purpose only, I am pursuing and discussing with you that here is the case. One more blame on the council who filed SCA SARFAESI application before the Debt Recovery Tribunal without impleading the person who executed the lease agreement with this tenant. This also found to be lapse. That is one of the lapses. But the main objection was that violation of Transfer of Property Act and the Registration Act and the Stamp Act, which commands you that these documents should be registered with a sufficiently valued stamp being paid. So these all are the things knocking our minds, shaking our conscience if we lose the case. Because sometimes what happens, some cases approaches you. If you succeed in that case, you may definitely become considered as one of the lawyer for that particular field. See, my fate was when at the very initial stage of 6th month of practice, I happens to be a lawyer to defend a 302 read with 376 rape and murder. That was the case which I strained much to defend along with our veteran, my Dronacharya, Mr. Senior Counsel, and Asogan, and our so many other persons, Sudandram J, etc. But with my due effort, God blessed me to get an acquittal on 12th day of January immediately. That resulted me to be more familiar because my case was very familiar, and day to day the proceedings were printed over the Tamil newspapers. Trankupattil Azhagappillai. Those days I was called as Trankupatti Krishnamurthy. But later on, when Tiger Dayanidhi case was Vidhi was released, then they started me to call me Tiger Krishnamurthy. But the opposite police person used to call me in a different way. I don't wear, they used to call me as somewhat by a worse language. I ignore that. Now I am being called as a doctor. And I leave all that credit goes to our Justice S.T. Ramalingam, who directly registered to print my name and whenever my cases are there to print along with doctorate. That is a different political story also. Okay, best wishes. I wish you all to be very safe because corona is started to re-attack us, and be careful, stay home. God bless you.